So Dream has finally responded to the grooming allegations, and I gotta say, his response really surprised me. So just the other day, Dream actually posted an entire response video, not only to all the grooming allegations, but also to all the other dramas he's been a part of over the last couple of years, and it's an entire like 90 minutes long, and he covers a lot, and I gotta say, I was really impressed by this. Not only did he completely debunk all three major grooming allegations against him, but he also, in a more broad sense, talked about how easy it is to cancel people on the internet, as well as completely fake evidence against people. Which, to start off, I definitely think that it took Dream, unfortunately, way too long to come out with this response video. A lot of people, unfortunately, have already made up their mind, and regardless of this major bombshell of a video, as far as I'm concerned, he's completely cleared his name. People are still going to taunt him and talk shit about him being a groomer, so I'm really curious to see what Dream does next. So let's just get right into the response. So as I mentioned, this video is 90 minutes long. He covers so many things, including other dramas he's been in, such as the cheating scandal for the speedrun world record, as well as the Nicholas Cantino thing, you know, the gumball fight that was super viral like a couple months ago. But most importantly, Dream did finally respond to all the grooming allegations. All of Dream's responses to the grooming allegations up until this video have been absolutely terrible. He's written like entire books on Twitter where it's just paragraphs and paragraphs of nonsense, pretty much not debunking anything of any of the grooming allegations. However, in this video, he pretty much completely debunked all three major grooming allegations. And if you haven't seen the video, not only did he completely prove that all three allegations were completely lying about one of the most important parts of evidence that they brought up. Two of the three said they were going to the police, and one of the allegations said they had already went to the police. And Dream had his lawyer team as well as himself call up these police stations that apparently these people, quote unquote victims, have reached out to, and it looks like they never made reports. It was completely fabricated. And on top of that, the majority of the evidence that was brought against Dream looks like it was completely made up. I think one of the biggest allegations that came out was from this one girl, Amanda, who Dream completely showed proof in DMs of her pretty much acting like a complete obsessed fan for months until they started talking on Snapchat for a bit. And not only did she lie about her age, but they also didn't talk about anything inappropriate. You can obviously tell that this girl was a stan because new evidence has come out against this Amanda girl that she was pretty much like a toxic standom even days before making allegations against Dream. I think this was just before Dream's face reveal, and Amanda was actually tweeting out stuff in support of Dream, and then just days later she actually tweeted out allegations against him. So that's the kind of crazy stan we're talking about. And on top of that, these are all people that said they were going to go to the police and make real, charges against Dream. If they didn't want to press criminal charges against him, Dream even mentioned in the video that all they would need to do to actually sue Dream, the multi-millionaire, and take millions from him, is have enough evidence to show that there is even a possibility of any of this inappropriate behavior happening between Dream as well as the quote-unquote victims, and that completely has not happened. Only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel. You have nothing to lose. One of the reasons a lot of people on the internet thought Dream was being creepy and sending inappropriate pictures to his underage fans was there was a lot of like quote unquote thirst trap pictures sent around the internet of Dream. And a lot of people were saying that these were pictures that he sent to his underage fans. And Dream even admits in his response video that these images were of course really cringy, and pretty much the only reason he posted it was to start spamming on Snapchat so he could get the bag, and he completely owns up to it in this clip.
I do post cringy stuff sometimes, and I'm not trying to say that I've never been cringy or that you can't make fun of content that is intentionally cringy, but I've never posted anything that you could remotely say is a thirst trap or inappropriate for my audience, because as you can see in the context of all these other photos I've posted, it's not honest to single out one weird Snapchat out of context of the the thousands I spam and then say that I post creepy photos. But yeah, like one photo I posted was heavily spread as a thirst trap by parody accounts, and it's this. I'm supposed to be dead. It's definitely not a thirst trap, but it's not like I was sending it to somebody and being weird. I was just spamming photos on my public story.
Oh no, George Not Found is giving him the Schlopperson.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like, yeah, it's goofy. It was not a thirst trap.
I actually think Dream makes a really good point here. A lot of these snaps he was posting, he even admits were super cringy, and a lot of people actually used it against him to attack him as this super big creep guy. And as he shows in the videos, there's literally hundreds of these. Like, I don't know if you guys know what happened to David Dobrik, but he actually completely stopped uploading on YouTube and moved to posting like 100 snaps a day on Snapchat, just like Dream's talking about, just because they pay so much money. And so of course this is a completely reasonable thing for Dream to do.
Order. While you watch, it's important to note that what you post on something like Snapchat is very different than something you'd post on Instagram or Twitter. Snapchat runs ads every 5 or 6 photos and encourages you to post upwards of 100 photos or videos a day to have the most growth and make the most money. They only last 24 hours like an Instagram story, so on Snapchat you kind of just spam anything. So for me, it's silly filters, my cat, whatever food I'm eating that day, I get a haircut. Because of that, it's much easier to take one silly photo from Snapchat out of context and make it out to be something that it's not.
And I like that he actually owns up to it. Like, bro's just getting the bag, and he even admits himself that a lot of the things he posted are cringe. However, people were pretending that he was actually sending this to underage fans as like a thirst trap, and that lie is just not only completely untrue, and he actually even shows it himself. It's just people that don't like Dream lying on his name for no reason. So of course Dream did go through a bunch of the other dramas and controversies he's been through, like I mentioned, the cheating scandal with the world record Minecraft speedrun, as well as the Nicholas Cantino thing, but of course the biggest one was the grooming allegations, because everyone was talking about it over the last couple months. I mean, all these memes spread around of Dream being a groomer, and I think subconsciously it swayed a lot of public opinion against Dream. But as far as I'm concerned, he completely debunked all 3 major grooming allegations in this video, and if you still believe in these grooming allegations, I'd love to hear why. And I think the craziest thing is, I was of course scrolling through Twitter the other night to see, you know, how people were reacting to this entire situation, and there's still a ton of people that are completely convinced that Dream's response was complete bullshit. And it's so completely obvious that these people did not watch the full video. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely understand the video is very long, but these people do not have to have an opinion on everything. If you didn't want to sit down, like if you weren't invested enough in these Dream allegations to sit through a 90-minute video, you know, you can't just put up some GTA 5 gameplay or something, you know, some Minecraft speedrunning gameplay on your phone while you're listening to it, kind of like my YouTube videos. But if you weren't willing to sit through his entire response, you should just not be having an opinion on it. You should not be talking about it, because there's so many people online that so obviously did not watch this video. Like, one of the major tweets that I saw going viral about Dream's response was this: things Dream didn't address in his video: his past as a Trump supporter, his history of anti-Semitism, his history of racism, his history of sexism. What Dream did address: him using Snapchat as an adult, Gumball slapping him, the speedrunning drama, Moist Critical. And keep in mind, that has 50,000 likes. The main controversy in this video being discussed was of course grooming allegations. What the hell does that have to do with his past political, you know, support? I mean, seriously, is anyone seriously convinced that Dream hasn't changed his mind on politics over the last couple of years? And if he hasn't, who fucking cares? Especially in this video, like, how would that have changed his response, you know, to the grooming allegations in any way? I almost feel like they didn't even care about his response in the first place. And also, on top of that, his history of quote-unquote anti-Semitism, racism, and sexism, as far as I understand, are just like random little memes that Dream made when he was like also a minor. I mean, what history are you talking about? Is the history of anti-Semitism in the room with you? Because bro, you are schizophrenic. These people are ridiculous, and I think it's really telling that people are still hating on Dream, even though, as far as I can tell, he's completely proven his name innocent. The bigger responses to that was, I'm sorry, but when did someone's political compass take priority over allegations of being a groomer. This just reeks of being at most 16 years old. You didn't understand a single point nor watch the video with an open mind. Do better. I just completely agree. Like, this is obviously a stupid person that obviously didn't watch the video with an open mind, because like, even on this channel I've been 50-50 on it. You know, I was waiting for Dream's response, and I'm really glad I waited for Dream's response to say whether he was a groomer or not, because as far as I'm concerned, he's completely proven his innocence, and this person obviously didn't go in with an open mind, which is how the majority of allegations should be handled. And this is how the majority of allegations here on the channel have been handled, because allegations can be very serious. But I think this really proves that, you know, going forward, I'm going to be really hesitant on how I cover allegations, because Dream just went 3 for 3 on proving false allegations. And I think a really important thing that Dream actually says in the video is that all 3 of these major allegations 100% hurt victims, and it makes people, you know, not believe victims in the future. You know, how many people are going to not believe real victims in the future just because, you know, people have been using it against people they don't like? You know what I mean? Like, they're using these grooming allegations because they just don't like Dream. That's as far as I can understand. In particular, the Amanda girl, it looks like she made up allegations against Dream just because he wasn't responding to her Instagram DMs. Like, these people are just not it. And this is why people are becoming more and more skeptical, which is really unfortunate. But with all allegations, you should definitely be going in with an open mind. This was an insane response from Dream, and I think it was well worth the wait, because that's just my thoughts. You guys can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. In yesterday's video, we talked about the IRL streamer Neon, who just got completely banned from the UFC. This is a crazy video you're not going to want to miss. Click here to watch it now.